That's not really what we're here for. But I don't know anyone that actually has like marshmallows on their coffee. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I've got it. Is that Arabica? I don't know what that means. Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I am testing something super exciting, and I know I say that in literally every single intro, but this one I am really actually excited about. So today's exciting item is the I Heart Revolution Tasty Coffee Palette, and I posted this one on my Instagram story. If you want to follow me, then I will leave that in the description. But I posted this on my Instagram story when I saw it in Superdrug. I just kind of like happened to come across it on the day that it was released, so I was pretty lucky to like get hold of this immediately. So I posted it on my Instagram story, and like so many people showed like a lot of interest in it. Like they kind of just didn't realise it was being released, and it was kind of like a sneaky little release. Like they didn't really promote it or anything, they just kind of like announced it on the I Heart Revolution Instagram page when it was available on the website. So I had a lot of people very interested in this palette. I did do like a little boomerang of like the shades in the like flashlight, because there's quite a few nice shimmers in here, and everyone was like, what is that palette, like where do you buy it from? So obviously I had to do a video on it. I kind of bought it, one, because I really liked how it looked, but two, because I thought it would make a good video. Like it's very suitable for the autumn, it's got very autumnal shades in it, so I am very excited to test it out in today's video. I just wanted to say, when I did see this palette, I was so excited because it's coffee themed. Like coffee is like so, I want to say it's so me, but I feel like it's like a lot of people, like most people like coffee. But especially this time of year, like with like pumpkin spice lattes coming out and like Costa's like bonfire spice latte, I feel like they really have like got their marketing down. Like they released this at the perfect time, and it is just so cute. So if you want to find out how I used this, how it performed, and if you want to see some swatches, then carry on watching. So I haven't done my base yet because I actually also wanted to test out their new primer. This is the hydrating primer with vitamin C and E. And this one's called Coconut Dream. So I did use this briefly the other day because it was the only one I had on my desk, but this actually smells amazing. But this one smells delicious. It smells of coconuts and sun cream. It just basically smells of like sun cream, but it's a really nice smell. So before I do my base, I'm just going to take some of that primer and pop that on my face. And then I'll probably do like my base makeup off camera because that's not really what we're here for. And then I will get straight in to the new coffee palette. So I've just rubbed that in all over my face, and it does feel super moisturising. It doesn't feel too heavy, and it's actually dried in really quickly, which I like, because obviously if my skin's absorbing it quickly, then I think that is quite a good sign. But yeah, that definitely feels like it's going to be a really nice base for my makeup. So I'm just going to quickly do that and then I'll be right back. So I've just really quickly done my base, and my skin feels really moisturised, and I actually can't feel that I've got any makeup on my face at the minute. So I feel like that's probably down to the primer. So I'm definitely a big fan of that, because recently I haven't been able to find any good primers that like work for me. Like my skin like doesn't look dry and doesn't really have any like dry patches, but it just like feels dry on my face. And at the minute like my face feels absolutely fine, so I'm already a big fan of that primer. But now for the main event. I was actually really excited when this came out. I saw it in Superdrug, I think the day it came out. I just happened to go into one of their stores that stocked it and picked it up right away because I think it is very me. I do love my coffees, and especially this time of year as well. Like as I'm filming this, it is tipping it down with rain outside, and I am wearing one of my new jumpers that will hopefully be part of next video. I did actually go to Primark in Bristol, which is quite a big store. I think it's got like 5 stories. And I spent quite a lot, so I did want to do a Primark haul next week, so hopefully I get that filmed and edited for, I think, hopefully Thursday's video. But obviously today we are looking at the I Heart Revolution Tasty Coffee Palette. I think the whole tasty thing is part of a new range of palettes they're doing, like food related and obviously drink related palettes. The one thing that confuses me about this though is obviously it's coffee, and you can have cream on your coffee, that's fine, but I don't know anyone that actually has like marshmallows on their coffee. I feel like that's a bit of a strange thing to add. And on the box, which I also love, I love the colour, and it does have some like nice details, but one of the details on the side of the box, it says extra marshmallows, which kind of like enhances the fact that they've put marshmallows on a coffee cup, which I think is a little bit strange. But on the other side they've got freshly ground, which I really like. And then on the back it says I Heart Revolution Coffee Shadow Palette 18 Shades of Intense Pressed Pigments. And this eyeshadow palette, let me just show you, much easier to open than the last two palettes, by the way. If you watched my blood palette video and slime palette video, I just could not get these palettes open with my hands. Like, I had to use the end of a eyeshadow brush, but obviously this one's fine. And the colours in here are super autumnal. They've got some really nice shades, some lovely shimmers. I was just really excited about this palette when I saw it. One, because of the theme, and two, because of the colours, because they're nice for autumn. And they're really good everyday shades, I think. I will obviously insert a close-up and some swatches after like this section. But some of the names are really nice as well. Like, we've got espresso, bean, latte, mocha, iced decaf. Like, obviously they're all coffee related. So for me this palette is like super cute, really perfect for this time of year and perfect for any coffee lovers like me, really. So this is the palette close up, some really lovely shimmers in here, and there is that like lilac-y purple, which I think is quite a nice touch for like a neutral brownie palette. But I really like the look of latte. Oh, I can't even hold it straight. Really like the look of latte at the bottom there, that like gold shimmer. And also iced, that silver up there, so I'm hoping to use those in today's look. So I didn't put any makeup on my eyelid because recently I found that the eyeshadows go on better if I don't put anything on my eyelid. So I'm just going to start, what should I start with? There's like a really nice cool toned, like half cool toned, half warm toned, if that makes sense, brown shade called Americano. And then there's a really warm toned brown shade called Mocha, and I kind of want to use them both, but I don't know how they'll work together. I really don't know what look to go for, because there's like some pinks and some browns, and then there's that greeny brown called Espresso in the corner, or Espresso, whatever you call it. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I've got it. I think I've said this before, but I usually just take a brush that's got like a similar colour to what I want to use on and then just use that one. So I am going to do that today. I don't think it really affects the performance of the palette, so it'll be fine. So I'm just going to take in the outer corner of my eye this shade called Mocha. It's like a warm toned brown, and I'm just going to put that there, and then I'm going to try and blend it out with maybe Java and then whatever that says. Is that Arabica? I don't know what that means. But I think that's what I'm going to do with today's look. And then obviously I'm going to do the cut crease because I don't know what else to do when it comes to eyeshadow looks. And then I'm probably going to use either Latte or Instant and then Iced as well. So it's going to be quite a nice little look. It is going to be a little bit more natural compared to the looks that I've done previously with the Halloween palettes. I will link those up there. Is that the right side? I can never remember. I think it's up that side where the little eye pops up. So I'll link that up there if you did want to check those out. But at the minute I'm just going to pop that in my outer corner. So that one is already really nicely pigmented. I did pick up a bit too much on my right eye here because I didn't realise that you wouldn't need a lot. Like, it's really pigmented, there's like a good payoff, so already I'm impressed. That shade looks really nice. It looks the same in the pan as on my eyelid, which is nice because I know sometimes I've tried palettes that, like even in the previous ones, like in the blood palette there was like a bright red that kind of came out pink on the eyelid, which was a bit strange. But that one's worked perfectly fine. It went on really nicely. There was no trouble blending it out at all. And honestly, compared to like my last video when I used that fake palette, which I will also link up there, like it's just nice to be able to use like a nicely performing palette, because the fake one that I used in the last video was honestly shocking and was like so hard to like blend out, and it just like, it was a weird one. But I really like how that's gone so far. I know I've only used one shade, but it's just worked out nicely. And then with the wrong type of brush, because all my brushes are dirty at the minute, I'm going to take the shade Java and then blend that kind of nearer the corner of my eyelid in the crease there. Okay, so I think I might have taken the brown shade that I used first a little bit too far, because I've kind of messed that up there. One, because I was using the wrong brush, and two, because I kind of just put that brown shade like all over my lid, which wasn't what I really wanted to do. But I'm gonna try and blend it out with this is like a baby pink shade called Baby Chino, so I'm gonna try and blend it out with that shade. So that's definitely made it look a little bit softer. Obviously it's still all brown, which is a shame because I did want to make use of some of the other colours. But I'm going to leave it as it is and cut my crease. Also, just as like a disclaimer, I am not any kind of makeup artist. I've never had any like makeup training. So if you're wondering why it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I just really like playing with makeup. Obviously I'm not the best at it, but I do enjoy it. Like, I like testing out new palettes, which is why I'm doing this video right now. So I am just going to go and cut my crease off camera and then come back and play with some of the more shimmery shades. So that's all done. Also, when I say cut my crease, I obviously mean like a half cut crease, because it's just personal preference really, and I don't think I can properly do a full cut crease, so I do always just do like a half cut crease. And today I actually think that one went really well. I feel like I'm getting a bit better at this. That one always goes a bit dodgy, but it's because it's like my offside, I think. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I might use 3 shimmer shades. Now I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I think what I might do is put the shade Latte like closer to the corner of my eye, and then almost like blend that out in the outer corner with this like bronzy shade called Roast, and then maybe put Iced like right on the centre, just to kind of like give it that like extra like pop of shine. So I'm just going to go into Latte with a flat brush, and I know shimmers work better with your finger, but it's just to get into the corner initially. So I am already in love with that shade. It is so pretty, and it actually reminds me of one of my like all-time favourite eyeshadow shades that I think was in the, I don't know if you remember the Too Faced Christmas in New York set that came with like the 3 mini palettes, and I think in the like gingerbread mini palette there was like a gold shade like that, and it was so pretty, and I think that is almost identical. So I'm now just gonna go straight into Roast with my finger to blend that on like the outside slightly, and then I might have to do a bit of blending with Mocha again, but we will see. Okay, this look is so autumnal and like pretty. I actually love it. Like, I'm not like, it sounds like I love my own work, but I feel like this palette is just so pretty and autumnal, and autumn is like my absolute favourite time of year, and like this eyeshadow look just like sums it up. I'm just gonna probably add mascara instead of fake lashes, because I have recently got my eyelashes lifted, so I don't want to mess with them too much with fake lashes. So I'm just gonna add some mascara. I always forget my lower lash line. I don't know what it is, like it's just a habit. Like, I never used to put eyeshadow on my lower lash line just because I thought it was a bit dramatic for like day-to-day look. So let me just see. Okay, now it's finished. So I'm just going to quickly add some mascara and then be back with my final thoughts. So I've just put my mascara on, and I also added a bit of my Cashmere lipstick by Revolution Pro, and obviously let my hair down so I look a little bit more presentable, despite the fact that it's looking a little bit greasy at the top. But overall I am actually really impressed by this palette, and it's like one of my like most favourite palettes that I've tested in a long time, because I think it's like super wearable, really good for this time of year obviously, and it is coffee themed, so obviously that's a bonus. But I'm really happy with how this look turned out. It's like, I feel like I could kind of wear this like every day. Like, I know it is a little bit extra for like day-to-day like tasks and stuff, but I really like it. I don't think it's too in your face or anything like that. It's like a really nice, soft, like pretty autumn look. All the eyeshadow shades performed really nicely, as they always do. It's palettes like this that make me really compare it to like really high-end palettes like Too Faced. Like, I have loved Too Faced forever, but I really can't see like a noticeable difference in the performance between like some of Revolution's palettes and some of the like £40 Too Faced palettes, which isn't a dig on Too Faced, but I just think, like, I feel like Revolution really know what they're doing. So for me, this palette is an absolute 10 out of 10. The shades, the theme of it, just like how they performed, absolutely love it. So I would really recommend picking this up if you're into your coffee or autumn shades or eyeshadow or anything. Like, really pick it up because I love it. I'll leave the link in the description, obviously. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video, and if you did, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!